we live?
Should be live.
Okay.
Yes, I've got you.
You got me. All right. Hey, B Plus. How's everybody doing? We are just cruising out here in the beautiful state of Texas. And it's kind of a different show tonight. We're being road warriors in the window film industry, just like many of you, many times. And is it showing upside down?
Show it upside down.
All right, bear with us. All right, how's that one? That's not good. Looks like you're gonna have to hold it.
Got it.
Here we go. We got this. So, I appreciate everybody that's here. Who all's here with us? Casey Johnson, Mark Dragers. Hey, buddy. Good to hear from you. I'm glad you're here. So, man, I just thought I'd share a little bit. We're on the road and have been unable to get to a spot where we could have a good service and do, hey, Patrick, and do our live stream normal. So we're doing it from the road. We have been blessed to be in Austin and work with a couple dealers. Let's see, Joe Mendoza, King's Mobile Detail. That young man is on fire. I tell you what, this young man, he has a superb detailing business. He's been tinting cars as well, mobily. And I've had the extreme pleasure of coming down, working with him for the day, 2 days ago.
Monday, yep.
There's my lovely wife. Say hi.
Hi.
And we did some flat glass training. He took to it like natural. I mean, I showed him on one or two windows and walked away. Come back, he had a couple windows done. I'm fired up. His whole premise behind business is that he wants to take care of his customers in a way that his business ethics shine through, and with a good product line, like many of the product lines out there, he's going to do just that. We're real proud, Joe. I'm proud to have you as a friend. Then we went down to San Antonio, okay, which is where we're on our way back from now. We're actually south of Dallas. We met with Danny Aguilar and Brian of SunSafe Window Films in San Antonio. Had a great morning with them. We had a little delay. They had to finish working. They got up early, did a lot of work. And when they got to us, we had a great meeting at Starbucks. We just, drank some coffee together, had a great time. Donnie, how you doing, buddy? Glad you're here. I should have stopped over to see you, but man, we got to get back and get to work, and I'm going to see you in June. Awesome. We're coming up on some Dallas traffic here in a little bit. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's 82, the breeze is blowing. We're fired up. That's right. By the way, I just thought I'd put it out there. Anybody that knows any sales reps in the Dallas area, I'd like to speak with them. Somebody looking for a sales rep position in the Dallas area, reach out to me, give me a call. I'd love to talk with you. Hey, Tint Wiz is with us. Eric, how you doing, buddy? Glad you're with us, man. I'm really not texting and driving. All I'm doing is holding my phone. So don't nobody get mad at me. All right. I'd like to say that my team is what makes this kind of service to my dealers and this kind of next chapter of my life possible. My team is freaking awesome. You guys, my installers, oh my gosh. Osh right now is in Missouri. Chad, he's in Dallas. Biggin, he's handling all our flat glass in Northwest Arkansas right now, getting ready to head up to Missouri.
And cover today in the Bay
and covered a day in the bay for Mom, okay? Because Mom is a badass. There she is drinking Busey's coffee. Mom tints about 1,000 cars a year, bless her heart. But Biggin got in the bay and covered it. It's just awesome.
It's been covering the bay.
My BFF, Vicky Cunningham, she's been in the bay covering. Courtney's been in the bay. Courtney is who a lot of you guys deal with on the phone for the distribution. And man, that girl is awesome. You guys be nice to her on the phone. You know that? Some of you are kind of mean. Anyway, and what about Angie? Oh my God, huh?
She's a rock star.
She's a rock star. Let's see, can we get both of us in here? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it says we're...
Nope, you can't
No.
do it. Oh,
All right, there we go. We're back. We're back. Angie, man, she...
walked us through technical difficulties.
Yeah. We have a nickname for Angie, and that's Radar. I don't know if some of you might be too young to know what MASH is, but Radar O'Reilly on MASH always thought ahead and knew exactly what what the colonel needed. Well, that's the way Angie is for us. Boy, I think I need something, and boom, I turn to Angie and I say, "Hey, Angie," and she goes, "It's on your desk." And I've been sitting at my desk the whole time. So it's my team. It's my team that makes this possible. Okay? I appreciate them. You guys, you rock. You absolutely rock. Thank you. We're able to do this as a team and be all we can be. We're going to be on the road here till about 11:30 tonight, trying to get home so we could be back at work again tomorrow. So, without a guest, it's just me talking, keeping the friendships alive. If anybody has any questions that they'd love to hear a rusty squeegee answer, feel free, to ask. Otherwise, I don't really know a whole lot. But I try to bring those answers out through very well achieved window film dealers, so everybody gets good nuggets. But anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to post them. I would like to say that we are excited for June. June is coming. It's going to be a rock star month. We're going to the IWFC. Come and see us. We'll be at the Coolview booth, and it's right across from the competition. So we're going to be up front and center, right there for everybody. You got to stop by and say hi. That is June 7th through the 9th. Coolview will be hosting an after party as well. Man, my team, I've just bragged on my team locally, but our team upline is amazing. Everybody works so hard to please our dealers and bring them the best products and service that they can. The entire HQ team, thank you. Okay? I appreciate you. What else is going on in June? Tinter Battles, Carlos. Oh man, you're doing a great job with that. That is June 12th and 13th. So the 12th is going to be all these freaking rock stars, okay, in our industry. We're talking Dean Mitchell, Dave Dellinger, David Carley. I mean, Haas can't make it. Haas, you've... What?
Who's the beard?
Help me.
Who's the beard?
Haas, I hope you have your newborn safe, sound. I hope everything's going to be great. You had to tag out. We're going to have a good time. The Beckers are going to be there. So, man, it's just going to be awesome. I know another person that's going to be there that I'd like to have a shout out with is Jason Omaleski. He's on Carlos's team. By the way, y'all, you like tuning into industry-related podcasts, you need to hook up Jason. Jason's got Tint Dude 3 on Instagram. And I believe it's on Tuesday nights, right after this. There might be a little break for you to get some popcorn and refreshments, whatever you do. A couple beers, whatever it is. But I've heard that I'm going to be on his podcast on a Thursday this week. And we're going to have a good time doing that. Rick Tolman. Man, there's just going to be so many great people. Mike Burke's going to be... reffing, and there's been so many changes. There's so many people. Bear with me, I'm driving, y'all, okay? So I don't want to offend anybody if I've forgotten about you. The film is being donated for Tinner Battles by Expel. Expel, we appreciate what you're doing. It's a bang up job for the industry as a whole. I would like to say also, you know what? There is a hidden gem. There's a hidden gem. We all wake up after the weekend and we got to go to work. But you know, if you could take the time to tune in to Marketing Monday, okay? That's in the morning with Patrick Fransko of Window Film Pros. You're going to get a lot of gems on marketing your business, from SEO to Google Ads, to all kinds of stuff. Patrick is an absolute monster in this industry. He does a great job of bringing you all kinds of insight. Rick Tolman's Window Film Revolution. Come on, guys. Seriously? Has there been any platform that has given back any better than Rick with Window Film Revolution? I mean, it's amazing. Everybody uses it as like hey, yeah, and ask the pro. I mean, you run into problems, you put it on there, and there's 10 people that pile right on to help you through your problems. And I can tell by some of them that the feedback is coming real time while the car is still in the bay, you know? So, hey, Liz, I'm glad you're here. Yep. So yeah, everybody, you're right. I can see the comments. Window Film Revolution rocks. Okay. So now I'd like to just quickly run into, I want to run into a little bit about the way the industry's coming together with Carlos's lead, and how everybody's pulling together for Donnie Dixon, and I'm hoping and I'm sure for the future of our industry, anybody that's in a trying time. So again, please forgive me because I'm driving, don't have a bunch of notes with me, but just to name a few, okay, Sun Distributing. Boy, you guys have stepped up, you've taken the lead, you've done a lot of good things. I know Rick Tolman has kind of got everything going. Carlos is taking it from there. You know, Coolview, thank you for donating the trip to Hawaii. That is literally a trip of a lifetime to a lot of us. Donating that trip to Hawaii is giving everybody a chance, and an affordable chance, to donate to Donnie. They're $20 an entry, or 3 for $50. And at the Tinner Battles, we're going to be drawing the winner of that trip. And, you know, it's 7 days, 6 nights, airfare, you bet. A day in the bay with Tommy Silva, okay? His crew. I mean, if you guys have not looked Tommy Silva up on Facebook or on the internet or anything, his company is an absolute beast. This is going to be, I hope a window tinter wins it, because what a great addition to this beautiful trip. Let's see. There are just so many to remember that, you know, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. I know I've already mentioned Expel for donating the film to Tinter Battles. Thank you again. Nobody here has asked any questions. They really don't give a shit what the fat old man Rusty Squidgy has to say. Oh, I promise I'll bring you somebody next week. One special thanks that I really want to put out there, okay? And I think you can all agree. Eric DeVosh of TintWiz, okay? There is a giver beyond belief. And it's not just with his piles of cookies and his love on us with our hoodies.
Hey, but there ain't nothing wrong with some cookies.
There ain't nothing wrong with some cookies. But it's not just with what he gives us. What he gives us is his heart. Whether he knows it or not, Eric, you're my mentor through these podcasts. I hope I'm not letting you down. Okay, any advice on moving into flat glass side? Casey Johnson. Casey, we're going to get right back to that. Don't let me forget, baby, okay? But Eric, thank you so much for all you do. You give to everybody freely. You helped me be plus by opening this up and realizing what my inner fire was and my inner message. Thanks, man. Love you. Okay. I forget who it was, but someone just asked any advice into moving, Casey, into moving into flat glass. So, yes, I want you to think for a second about looking at your business in a different way. Some of you do ceramic coatings, some of you do electronics, some of you do tinting of the people that tint. You might do like a carbon film, a ceramic film, and you have some upsells. I want you to think about tracking every day, okay? Track every day what you sold, okay? You will see holes in your offering. That will provide you an opportunity to see how you can get better and see where some big opportunities lie. So how do you get that towards flat glass? Biggest change for me when I was in my career is when I didn't just call it flat glass. I started looking at it as decorative films. I started looking at it as security films. I started looking at it as solar control commercial, solar control residential. Well, by looking at all these different aspects and actually putting a goose egg down on paper, a little chart, I call it a tracking sheet. I'm going to have that together for everybody here on B Plus Nation shortly, okay? But by looking and tracking and seeing where you have goose eggs and where you're doing well, you're going to start to formulate a plan. You're going to wonder, what can I do with that goose egg? How come I'm not having any residential sales? Okay, you ever thought about putting yard signs? Okay, that's just one example. Or decorative films, you're not having any decorative film sales. What about, going after some architects, designers, decorators that are going to be responsible for some of these remodels in these big buildings? There's lots of things to focus on. But I think an initial start into flat glass, a great place to get your feet wet, okay, is going to be your already existing customers and offering to them to your cross promotion. If we can help you with your car, it looks cool, it feels good, but in a residential setting, our films are actually going to pay for themselves and make you much more comfortable in your home. I hope I helped on that question with how do you get into flat glass, what to do, how to... I mean, it's just a lot to it.
Got a good question here from Entertainment.
Got a good question from Tintertainment. Here we go.
Where'd it go?
Read it out loud.
What's your best advice for hiring process and vetting? And how do you address and handle issues?
Yeah. If I had the pixie dust, yeah, we'd all be rich. I can tell you what I do. And I think I've heard this advice in other podcasts from other thought leaders in our industry. It really comes down to, without insulting anybody in our industry, we can teach our talent. We can teach the talent of window film. We can very quickly vet if someone's good with their hands, if their physical abilities are worth grooming, spending time and investing into them. I hire for character. I hire for ambition. I hire for initiative. I hire for somebody that wants to get in trouble just a little bit by pushing the envelope and putting their foot in the next position, out ahead. I want forward thinkers, people that are going to grow. Where do you find them? Yikes. That wasn't the question, so I'm safe not answering that. But what I try to hire for is character, ambition, energy, and then I can train the skill. I hope that helped. Because that's a good question.
Okay, so Robert asked, any advice on going... Oh, sorry. Stop it. From solo to bringing people on. Sales, estimators, tinners, commission. So bringing people on if you've been a solo operator.
Robert did?
Yes.
Robert. Great question. I mean, I hope y'all heard that question. How do you bring people on when you're a solo operator? What do you do first? First, you track what you do during the day and you break it apart, okay? You look at where your duties are going. You're on the phone X number of hours. You're answering calls. You're either in the bay or you're in the field tinting. You're on estimates. You look at all the things that you're doing and you break them apart. And then you also assign the entrepreneur leader that is missing, because that job right there is what's going to take your business to the next level. For instance, I just talked about my team and how happy I was for all their support and their heart and their energy. You need that so you can work on your business. The things I look at first to replace myself with, first hire is replace a piece of you, okay? Freeing up your time. If you're in the bay, bring in an installer. If you're in the field selling or installing, bring in an installer. If you're in the field selling, bring in a salesperson. Now, how does all this work without going bankrupt? Okay, because there's a balance in there. Okay, so I'm going to give an example of some of these new dealers. For instance, Joe Mendoza. I was down there working with him in Austin, and man, this kid, he's going to tear it up, y'all. Great business ethic. The advice I gave him was, who in your world do you know that likes what you do and how you run business? And he started bragging on his cousin. Was it his brother or a cousin?
Brother and a sister, I think.
Okay, I think it was his cousin. But there we go, okay? Another young man and his sister. So they believe in him, believe in his ethics. He and I are going to be working with them, bringing them along in a part-time capacity, and we're going to help grow them in knowledge base in those areas so he can now free up his bandwidth there. And my advice to him as he was starting, because we were back on funding a minute ago, was right now you should pay yourself as an installer if you're installing. If you're selling, pay yourself as a salesperson. Keep your hand out of the kitty for the rest of it. Let the rest of the money stay in retained earnings. Now, you keep installing, you keep selling, you only get paid for the installation and the sales commission. What you've just done is you've created a budget. So, excuse me, as you get ready to bring on your first salesperson, you've been paying a sales commission. You can now have that budget to pay them. When you bring on an installer, you've been paying an installer. You can now have the budget to do that. Once you do that, now you can start pulling a little extra out of retained earnings, bringing that dollar amount down a little bit to supplement your income, and you're going to have a budget for installation, sales, and an entrepreneur. Wow, long-winded conversation there, but I hope I helped. Big topic. Give me another one, baby.
That's all I got right now.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. Somebody ask another question.
Well, you know what? We don't need to linger. Really. We're coming into Dallas. It's 6:30. We've got a lot of traffic. I just want to say thank you, everybody in B+. No matter where you are today, make tomorrow a little bit better, a little bit more energy, a little bit more forethought. B+, be a little more than what you're doing right now. You know, I'm sorry that I wasn't parked and had a guest, but I have had fun. I appreciate you guys, and I'm challenged every day by all the road warriors out there doing this thing called window film. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to crush this like button, share these podcasts, and don't forget tonight, tune in to Tint Dude on Instagram, Tint Dude 3 on Instagram, and see my buddy Jason. Man, he's got some great stuff coming all the time. Everybody, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening now. Bye-bye. How do I shut it, baby? There we go.